Welcome to Counterpunch. Today's topic: should Congress increase BP's liability for the oil spill?
Should Congress increase BP's liability for the oil spill? Is the Pope Catholic? Does Gulf Shores have white beaches? Still? Yes, the piddling $75 million liability limit needs to be increased. That's roughly one day's profit for BP and won't begin to cover cleanup costs for this spill, let alone damage to property and businesses. You break it, you bought it, whether it's a vase at Pottery Barn or the Gulf of Mexico. Americans are sick of free market, unlimited profit capitalism when things are going fine that turns into let the taxpayers pick up the tab socialism when the oil hits the fan. Any outfit that can't afford to clean up their mess or post a bond for damages can't be trusted with a permit to drill in public waters. Congress needs to make the liability cap big enough to deter irresponsible corporations and big enough so taxpayers don't have to bail out the oil barons. For Left in Alabama, I'm Sherry Walker.
You can't change the rules halfway through a game. Congress absolutely has the power to cap the liability of oil companies for damages, as they did years ago when they set that limit at $75 million. What they can't do is change the past. And let's be clear, that limit only applies to incidentals, not cleanup costs. BP is responsible for 100% of the cleanup costs. The limit only applies to things like fishing firms or hotels who lost business and want to be reimbursed. Congress has the right and the power to change that liability for any future spills, but what they cannot do is raise the liability cap for the current spill. That would be an ex post facto law, and the Constitution just doesn't allow Congress to pass such a law. Imagine that 20 years ago you bought a parrot and released him into the woods behind your house. Today, Congress passes a law making that illegal, applies it retroactively, and the police arrest you today for doing what wasn't a crime when you did it. Congress set that liability limit, and they're stuck with it for the current spill, because the Constitution does not allow them to change the rules for events that have already occurred. Unless, of course, our Congress doesn't care about our Constitution, and that's something you'll have a chance to remember in November. For Politics Alabama, I am Matthew Givens. Produced by Politics Alabama, online at politicsalabama.blogspot.com.